What's going on, guys? April is finally here. We don't want it to get any worse than this year has already been financially for the majority of the world. But let's talk about what's going on. All right, so it doesn't matter what race you are. It doesn't matter your income bracket. These past few weeks, all of our lives have been affected. Many of us are told to stay indoors. We're now getting groceries delivered to our house. Many people lost their jobs. Some people are forced to work from home. A lot of people got the virus. I personally know people who either got the virus or passed from this virus. So which is an indication of things that have been going on for all of us these past few weeks. So how bad are things really? Now, for starters, the Dow Jones plunged into a bear market in 20 days with the fastest 20% drop in history. Not in recent times, in literal history. Last week, we had the weekly job numbers that came out. We had a record 3.3 million Americans file for unemployment. On top of that, it was so many Americans that were unable to file just because the site crashed. This week's jobs report came out. We have 6.6 new million Americans who filed for unemployment. Not all of those 6.6 million Americans lost their jobs permanently. Some of them lost them temporarily, and that's mainly because some businesses have to close down temporarily until this pandemic is over. And then once it's over, many of them, they're not going to get their jobs back. But there's a small portion of them who will be able to get those jobs back. But guys, think about this. In the last 2 weeks alone, not the last month, the last 2 weeks alone, we had 10 million new job loss claims. 10 million new job loss claims in the last 2 weeks alone. The Great Recession alone had a total of 8.7 million job losses. We have officially surpassed the Great Recession job losses in 2 weeks. Now, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce is showing that 54% of small businesses will close their doors temporarily in the next 14 days. Of that, many of them will have no choice but to stay permanently closed. And this is due to what's been going on financially with everyone not able to spend any money due to closures and people just not wanting to spend any money. Now, yes, the stimulus package that's effect, the money that Americans will be getting is beneficial, but it comes with a cost. I'm not going to get into why it's an issue. You guys can just check out my previous video in which I broke down why that is a long-term effect. It's literally like putting a band-aid on an open gunshot wound. It's crazy. Now, with all that's going on, we're not technically in a recession yet. For us to technically be in a recession, we need 2 consecutive quarters of huge economic slowdown. And actually, we don't have that yet. It is showing that we are getting to that. Actually, it is showing that we're going to surpass a recession, go straight into a depression. But we're not technically in a recession yet. Now, if you're one of the lucky ones who still have a job, if you're working from home, or if you have an essential job and you're out there in the field, you first have to be grateful the fact that you actually have a job. We already have 10 million Americans and counting who are jobless. Next, you have to be wise about how you're spending your money. We don't know how long this will last, but you need to lower your overhead. If you have things that you're not going to need right now, guys, just cut it off. That goes for subscriptions, payments that you haven't even used in over a year. It may seem like a small amount of money every single month, but it does add up. And again, we don't know how long this is going to last. So you have to make sure you lower your overhead. You have to have a financial plan. People, they don't plan to fail, but they fail to plan. If you guys need a financial game plan to not just keep you above water, but show you how to thrive and all that's going on, you guys can just check out my financial game plan sheet on my website. Now, if you're one of the unfortunate ones who doesn't have a job nor has income coming in, you have to think of it as a blessing in disguise. First, you need to utilize this time to get more in tune with yourself. Regardless what's going on, regardless the decisions that you choose to make, if you don't have inner peace, you're not going to thrive to become the better version of yourself, nor will you hit your goals. Next, take action. This is the age of information. It's not the age of not doing anything, but you have to take action with it. Now, there's nothing wrong with scrolling on social media, to entertain yourself, but you also have to utilize your services, utilize your computer, utilize your smartphone to move yourself forward. There's programs that are out here, loans that are out here that are helping people financially. Also, if you're working on your current skill or if you're trying to find a new skill, you now have the time to pick up the pace. If you've been putting in a few hours each week to those skills, triple it. If there's skills that you always wanted to work on, you now have the time to work on it and triple it. Again, we don't know how long this will last. Inner peace is most important, but besides that, you have to move yourself forward. If you're learning how to profit in the financial markets, my online course is currently on sale. You guys can check out my website for more information on that as well. And then lastly, guys, don't panic. Panic doesn't help you make the best decisions. It helps you make unnecessary decisions. You already see how bad things are becoming. Yeah, it is important to keep yourself informed, but keeping yourself informed every single second, every single minute, all that does is adds to your level of panicness, your level of anxiety, and not help you make the best decisions. It just adds to you making emotional and unnecessary decisions. You need to prepare, you need to take action, and you need to be financially and mentally healthy. We got two choices right now. You can either take action and grow from all this opportunity that's given to us, or you can panic and make terrible decisions. The choice is up to you.